watching the throne. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone.
Mr. Jose at 9783 asked me, in one of the comments I said that I wasn't illegal and that I got here in this country illegally. Well, what I did is because my dad was a citizen, my stepdad is a citizen, so he got married to my mom, and like 10 years later we finally became a resident. And my mom got married to my stepdad when I was 9, and I got my residency when I was like 19. And after I got my residency, that's when I joined the Marine Corps. That's how I did it. And you can join the military service if you're a resident. That's the only way. A resident or a citizen. If not, you're gonna have to ask a recruiter and see what else you can do, but you need to be have some kind of citizenship here. Punjabi128. I think I answered this before, I'm not sure, but he asked me infantry does, or what the life of an infantry is. And I asked one of my friends before, and he said that all they do is train. When they're not deployed, that's all they do. They train. Because the more they train, better they are when they're out in the field and they're actually, you know, get in a firefight, stuff like that. Because the Marine Corps' process, or the Marine Corps' way of helping you out, or when you're in battle or whatever, is that if you train enough, it will eventually become muscle memory for you. I don't know about people who have an infantry MOS, an O3 MOS. I don't know if they can study while they're in Afghanistan, but I know that POs, people who don't have the O3 MOS, I know that we can, because in our base, it's not as hectic and it's not as dangerous as what the infantry guys do. So I know that we can study, and we can do MCIs and do college, even when we're in Afghanistan. RJO ISO. His name is Robin. He's 18 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right, you're looking to join the Army or the Marines? The Marines. Just ask me any questions, dude. And then also watch my videos, because what I've noticed is that a lot of people have questions, and if they just watch my videos, I answer questions that one, they want to ask me, or one that they never thought of asking me, and they're like, oh, that's actually a good question. Alright, LA Anthony 57 says he has a friend that visited them during Christmas and he's still in boot camp. I don't know how that worked out, if he's in boot camp and visited you during Christmas. Anyways, he told you never to volunteer at all. That may be true in some things, but not everything, because it all depends on what you have to do. What I was trying to say is that instead of just, if a drill instructor says, alright, someone go get a mop, or someone go get a broom, don't just stand there looking at one another like, alright, who's going to be the dumbass to go get the broom? Either all of you guys go get it, or just one of you guys show initiative to go get the broom and go do it before they even tell you to. Don't just stand there looking like a dumbass and not doing anything. Like, that's just dumb, and that's what gets drill instructors mad, is because they tell you to do something like, alright, one of you guys go blah blah, go do this, and then you guys just stand there like looking at one another like, yeah. So just do it. And that's what I meant by volunteering, not just, you know, they're like, oh, who's gonna jump off the fucking balcony? Yeah, no, don't. I came sick with something like that. You asked me what happened between my wife and I, or my now ex-wife, and what happens with every relationship is we argue, we fight, we don't get along, and you know, first we go through the honeymoon phase of, oh my god, I love you, blah 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 blah, and we were together for 3 years. Yeah, I think 3 years. And so things just weren't working out between us, and so we decided that it was the best thing for our daughter to just split up, and you know, to not have our daughter see us fight all the time, because we know that coming from a broken family, both of us, we know that that would not be good for our child, so that's why we split up. Okay. Alex Gayhouse asked me on Facebook, Papa, describe the green weenie. The green weenie is when you get fucked over by the Marine Corps. For example, I was going to get the green weenie for being overweight, and they're going to kick me out 2 months before my EAS. But now, as some of you guys may know, I'm not getting kicked out anymore. I'm going to be able to finish my 4 years, which is just 2 more months. So that's a good thing. But con esto, That's what the green weenie is. The green weenie is when you get fucked over by the Marine Corps in any kind of way, shape, or form. That's why whenever they're like, you know, whenever something bad happens to anyone that is related with the Marine Corps, they say, "Oh, the green weenie strikes again," or some crazy stuff like that. So that's what the green weenie is. It's just when you get screwed over by the Marine Corps, and 50% of the time it'll be your fault. Like someone, like for example, I've heard someone say, "Oh man, I'm getting fucked over by the green weenie. I can't believe this shit." And I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" "Well, I got a DUI, so now they're gonna take my pay. That's bullshit." And I'm like, well, that's your fault, you know, but whatever. Alright, Grant E. Gray asked me, how hard is MCT? Well, really hard. I'm just kidding. MCT is not hard. It can be, and it is, and it isn't. It's fun. It's way better than boot camp. Way better than boot camp. And it's only 1 month long. So if you can't stand doing MCT for 1 month, then you should just quit the Marine Corps. But MCT is not hard at all. It is actually fun. That's where you get to do all the cool shit. Like clearing buildings, shooting stuff, shooting machine guns, throwing grenades. That's where you do all the cool stuff. So yeah, MCT is pretty bomb. Alright, Chris Joko, the small things about boot camp, the things that don't seem as important to most. Well, one is that you can have a Bible and an address book. Like a little book with, you have like people's address, so when you get to that certain time in boot camp, you can write letters to your loved ones, friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You can write letters to them and stuff like that. So that's one thing. Also, you can have religious necklaces and stuff, as long as they don't show when you're wearing PT gear or camis. Also, I hope you're not shy, because you will have to get naked in front of other men for you male Marines, and females, I don't know what you guys do, but you will have to get naked and shower, not next together, but you know, in one big shower, like in a sorority, I guess, where there's like just shower heads and it's one big room, and yeah, you have to take a shower. And trust me, at first I was like, oh god, you know, I was shy, but after the second month, dude, we didn't fucking care. We were just showering, talking, laughing. Well, not laughing, but you know, kind of talking here and there. But yeah, that's gonna be an awkward stage for you, especially also when you have to go use the bathroom, number one and number two, because usually they'll be like, all right, 2-door pisser, 3-door pisser, or you know, whatever. So it'll be like 3 of you guys trying to pee in one toilet, and you guys will be like awkward at first, but then after a while you won't even care. Make sure when you graduate boot camp to get your friends' info, like your friends' email, Facebook, whatever, so that way you can keep in contact with them, so like just to keep up with them. You know, you never know. I mean, I feel bad because, I don't know, a few of my friends in boot camp, they went infantry, and I don't even know if they're still alive, which is a horrible thing. I mean, I feel bad because I was really close with those guys, and I don't remember the last names. I don't really remember much about boot camp, and you know, I wish I would have like taken their names down or something, but I didn't. So make sure you guys keep that. So do not take a whole bunch of stuff when you go to boot camp. When you get to boot camp, all I took was my clothes and my wallet, and that's it. Blind magic, dude, that's a really good question. I was hoping someone would ask that. And one, there's a thing called MOS roadmap, where it tells you how to excel in your MOS. Another thing is that, one, being on time, being respectful towards your NCOs, and working hard and fast is going to pay off with your pros and cons, which will later on help you get promoted. So just keep that in mind. That's what's going to set you ahead. Just working out, and also if you make a good influence on your fellow peers, on your fellow Marines, or if you're just like being a negative Nelly and fucking being negative about everything and hating anything that the Marine Corps has to offer. So yeah, if you're positive, motivated, loud, dedicated, and just like do your job and be good at your job and be respectful, you're gonna excel a lot. That's why I have respect for a couple of my lance corporals that I have right now, because one, they're always respectful. Two, they always want to work. They always want to do something. They don't like standing around and just not doing anything. They find new things to do. Three, when I tell them to do something, they don't question me. They don't ask why or anything like that. They just go ahead and do it, and that's what I like. What I hate though is when I have to explain myself to someone less ranked than me of why he should do his job. There's no point of that. He should just go ahead and do it. But anyways, just keep that in mind, and just also, if I'll explain more later, and I'll give you more advice later. I'm just running out of video in my camera right now. So yeah, that's all for today and this week. Also, one big thing is that, like I said earlier, I'm not getting Answsers anymore. Yeah, so I get to stay in the fleet. Woo! I get to finish my term, which will be my last day in the Marine Corps. My estimation is on March the 3rd of 2012. Hopefully a couple of days or maybe a week after that, I'll be able to post my final video of all of my videos combined. And if you guys have any suggestions of how my final video should look like or what it should include, let me know, and I'll keep that in mind when I'm editing the video. So I'm up to 800 subscribers on YouTube. I have 205 likes on my Facebook page, and that's pretty awesome. I didn't know that I was gonna be that one YouTube guy, you know? I just thought I was gonna make it. I don't even know why I decided to make a video, like my first video. I don't even know why. Like, hey, I was gonna make a video of talking, of saying like boot camp stuff, because I kind of know some stuff and I want to help people and stuff, and I can do a little bit better editing job than some of these guys can, and I did, and Bamses, there you go. So you're welcome, and thank you guys for all your support. Yeah, being there. Much love. I'm gonna give these away, my corporal chevrons, when I leave. I have like a whole bunch, but these are the ones that I always wear, and they're chipped and kind of worn out, but that's how you know they're salty. Stay motivated, and like I said, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, YouTube. I don't have Twitter because I'm cool. So yeah, bye. So you're a PFC and you've been in for how long? How would you explain the barracks? Would you recommend anyone to get married instead of living in the barracks? I mean,